In today's video, I will show you the top 10 interesting facts about the city of Toronto, the capital city of the Canadian province of Ontario. Number 10. Toronto is the most populous city in Canada and the fourth most populous city in North America, with a population of almost 2.8 million in 2021. As can be seen in this table, only Mexico City, New York City, and Los Angeles are bigger. The Greater Toronto Area had a population of more than 6.7 million in 2021. Toronto is also part of the Golden Horseshoe, an urban agglomeration of almost 9.8 million people in 2021, surrounding the western end of Lake Ontario. Number 9. Toronto was captured and plundered by United States forces in 1813. It happened during the British-American War of 1812-1815. At that time, Toronto was known as the City of York and was the capital of Upper Canada. The American soldiers destroyed much of the garrison and set fire to the Parliament buildings during their 5-day occupation of York. Although the Americans won a clear victory, the battle did not have a decisive strategic result, as York was a less important objective in military terms than Kingston, where the British armed vessels on Lake Ontario were based. Because of the sacking of York, British troops retaliated later in the war with the burning of Washington, D.C. Number 8. Scadding Cabin, completed in 1794, is the oldest known surviving building in Toronto. The cabin was originally built on the property of John Scadding, an immigrant from Devonshire, in order to fulfill his settlement duties to the crown. In 1818, he sold his property and cabin to a farmer named William Smith, who used the cabin as an outbuilding. The cabin remained in the Smith family until 1879, when the cabin was offered to the York Pioneers, the second oldest historical society in Canada. They currently operate Scadding Cabin as a museum. Number 7. In the 19th century, Toronto was the largest alcohol distillation center in North America. By the 1860s, the Gotherham and Worts distillery operations became the world's largest whiskey factory. Production increased to over 2 million gallons a year, half of the entire spirits production of Canada. By the end of the 19th century, the company's growth began to slow, while beer and wine became more popular in Canada, reducing sales of whiskey. A preserved section of this once dominant local industry remains in the distillery district. Number 6. Toronto Public Library is the busiest urban public library system in the world. Established as the Library of the Mechanics Institute in 1830, the Toronto Public Library now consists of 100 branch libraries and has over 12 million items in its collection. In 2020, the library had over 5.5 million visits, with over 1 million people registered Toronto Public Library cardholders. 68% of Torontonians used the Toronto Public Library in 2020 and borrowed library materials over 21 million times. Number 5. Every summer from mid-July to early August takes place in Toronto the Caribana, the North America's largest street festival. This festival of Caribbean culture and traditions is frequented by over 1.3 million visitors each year for the festival's final parade and has an overall attendance of 2 million. Caribana has been run annually since 1967, first performed as a gift from Canada's Caribbean community as a tribute to Canada's centennial. Number 4. In Toronto is the CN Tower, a 553.3 meters high concrete communications and observation tower, completed in 1976. The CN Tower held the record for the world's tallest freestanding structure for 32 years, from 1975 until 2007, when it was surpassed by the Burj Khalifa, and was the world's tallest tower until 2009, when it was surpassed by the Canton Tower. It is currently the 9th tallest freestanding structure in the world and remains the tallest freestanding structure on land in the Western Hemisphere. In 1995, the CN Tower was declared one of the modern 7 wonders of the world by the American Society of Civil Engineers. Number 3. Casa Loma, located in midtown Toronto, is considered the only authentic castle in North America. This Gothic revival-style mansion was constructed from 1911 to 1914 as a residence for financier Sir Henry Pellet. Due to its unique architectural character in Toronto, Casa Loma has been a popular filming location for movies and television. Number 2. In Toronto is the Yonge Street, considered until 1999 by the Guinness Book of World Records as the longest street in the world, with 1,896 kilometers. This was due to the conflation of Yonge Street with the rest of Ontario's Highway 11, but the Yonge Street in reality is only 86 kilometers long. Number 1. Toronto has a network of underground pedestrian tunnels and elevated walkways connecting the office towers of downtown Toronto, known as the Path. According to the Guinness World Records, Path is the largest underground shopping complex in the world, with 4 million square feet of retail space, including over 1,200 retail fronts. The Path connects more than 70 buildings via 30 kilometers of tunnels, walkways, and shopping areas. It is used by over 200,000 residents and workers daily. If you enjoyed our video and you are new to our channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you will know when we will upload a new video. Check out our next video where we presented the tourist attractions of another beautiful city.